Greetings all, Frog here. Time for the Friday update from the pond. It's been quite an interesting week in my world, and I actually wrote down a list of some things to talk about so you can see what's going on with the channel. First off, let's look at the schedule. So Purple is done, uploaded, finished, scheduled, everything. All right, this is all released. By the time you look at this, all this will be done. Ideally, I'd have the entire next week done in Purple already as well, but I didn't. For a number of reasons, I'm a little bit behind, and we're going to go into exactly why that is, but it's a tricky thing. So here's what's done. Anything that's been recorded, it's just a minute or two for me to actually edit them. So it's not going to take that long to get them in the edited state now that I've fixed all the problems. So I've recorded all the way Factorio up through next Thursday. GeoGuessr is no problem. EU4, it shouldn't be too much of a problem to get any of this stuff done. It just means that my buffer essentially is over. And so I'm going to have to work really hard during the week to catch up to it. But this is what I wanted to try to do, is just keep it going, right? I can't stop the channel. It's week 2, right? I have to keep this going, and I'm willing to put in the time and effort to do that. And it's now 8 o'clock on Thursday that I'm recording this. I'm going to finish up by the time this goes live, like Saturday and Sunday's videos, they've all been recorded. Most of them have been edited. They're going to be uploaded. But I wanted to make time to do this video first because I can't record while I'm uploading. The upload process is so slow and so taxing on my computer that the recording would not work. So I wanted to do this early. So not to fear, at least the next 3 days are going to be solid before I even go to bed today. It's not an issue. It's not a problem because I only have three videos to render. That takes about an hour, and I can render while I'm uploading because it's not as big of a deal. I don't have to be here. I don't have to be around to do it. Right? It's going to take care of itself now that things are fixed. So we'll go through. This will be the same schedule. We're going to do the same thing with GeoGuessr at 6 a.m., Factorio at noon, EU4, the Russia campaign at 6 p.m. If the Russia campaign ends before we get to 15 and 16, which I don't think is likely. I think we're probably going to go about 20 episodes. Then, we'll switch to some other EU4, perhaps slot something else into that time slot, and that's something else we're going to talk about later as well. Throwback Thursday, actually this is going to be number 2. Throwback Thursday 2 is going to be Wolfenstein 3D. I'm 99% certain about this because I've tried playing around with it and it works, and I'm really kind of excited about that. So we'll try it. That's probably the last 3D shooter I was really good at. I'm gonna just make a note so I remember that this was Commander Keen, number 1. We'll probably revisit the other episodes of Commander Keen in our Throwback Thursdays as well. Hopefully you liked it. You let me know in the comments there or here, wherever, and we'll see. But we're going to do Wolfenstein as the next one because it's just kind of fun. And, I can't save it, so it's not like I'm going to go time to time. But that's the schedule basically of what we have. And this will actually be update number 3. Ooh, undo that. Well, that's okay. I'll just retype. You get to see me play spreadsheets. I know it's a lot of exciting and fun. So, what were the problems? Well, my friends will know if you watched my Facebook feed earlier that I was having problems last week with audio processing. Just for some reason, things weren't going well. Things were getting tinny, and as you hear probably most of the first week's videos, it's tinny. Well, the second week videos, they're not going to sound tinny. It sounds much better because I upgraded Kdenlive. Well, when I upgraded Kdenlive, I added the new repository, the Sunab repository, which is a good thing. It's just that because I was running 14.04 Ubuntu, I couldn't get the splitting edge versions basically, and I was running an old version of Melt that had a memory leak, and it finally caught up to me. So when I was trying to process all of these videos, which is the problem, I started doing this morning at 9 a.m. I started working on the channel this morning, and I had all of this stuff recorded. Okay, and my intent today was to finish processing these videos. I'd set up actually every video that's in red that had been recorded was recorded yesterday, and I set them all up to process overnight because normally that's a nice thing. Interesting. Sorry, cat drama. So I had it all set up to go. I woke up this morning, came into the office, and only one of them had processed. And It turns out because there's a memory leak. So there was a problem with Melt. Well, I wanted to upgrade Melt. Doing that is not an easy thing on its own. I could have compiled it, I guess. I mean, I have the skills to compile computers. That's part of my background as well. I worked on computers. The reason I run Ubuntu is because I'm pretty handy with computers, and I've been running Linux since Red Hat 4. Thanks, Chance. Yeah, he confirms that it was Red Hat 4. He wasn't with me at the time, but I'm sure he remembers from my stories. Anyway, I've been doing it for a long time, so I could do that, but part of the draw of running Ubuntu is that the package manager is so nice that even if I have to add a PPA for it, then I just add the PPA for it and all is good. Well, the PPA that's maintained by Sunab, it only has the stable release, which has 0.9.3 of Melt, which had the leak. So if I wanted to upgrade, I'd just do that. Well, then I'd have to worry about, well, when he upgrades the PPA, is it going to override? So I figured, you know what? I'm running 1404. It's the stable release, yes, but maybe it's time to upgrade, especially because KDE 5 is part of Ubuntu 1504 natively, and also you can get most of the libraries for it in 1410. So I started upgrading to 1410 when we went out to dinner tonight. And so this was like 7 hours of trying to fight with this, trying to figure out why some videos worked and then others didn't. And then I realized that no, it's just all videos from this point forward stopped working in terms of their encoding, the rendering, which was annoying. So we went out to dinner, and I had started an install of 1410. I'm fully planning to go all the way to 1504. Well, then when I got home, everything updated, and I went to upgrade to 1504, and there was an error upgrading. And I don't know why, and I don't really want to look into it. And frankly, I figured I'd just try it with 1410, and it works. So I'm running the newest version of Kdenlive, which is 15.04. They're going to the new numbering system like KDE 5 has done. So it's 1504, and it seems to work fine. Also because it's built on Melt 9.7. So that seems to have solved everything. I rendered Factorio 8 before I recorded this video just to make sure that things would work, and it did. It seems to be a little bit slower than what 9.2 was doing with Melt, but at the same time it works. So I'm not going to complain too much, and it's still faster than real time. So like, I had the first episode of Factorio this week is 27 minutes long, I think, and it only took 20 minutes to render. So that's not horrible. And, that's why I set them to go overnight. So I set it to render overnight. So what I'm going to do, as soon as I'm done with this video, is I'm going to set the 4 videos I'm going to edit this one. And then I'm going to set the 4 videos that are due today when you're watching this to upload. Let it take the time to upload. I'm going to go downstairs and use my laptop and play some Binding of Isaac or something just to relax. And then come back up, finish editing everything, schedule it all, and it'll be done. And then when I go to bed tonight, I'll set the rest of the videos to render. Then I'm just going to have to just record my butt off on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to make sure to finish this week's. Because normally I like to record everything on Wednesday and a little bit into Thursday, and then Bob's your uncle, there you are. Excuse me. And that didn't really happen. So, alas. But in good news, it seems that everything is fixed. So hopefully it continues that way. So I did rebuild Ubuntu. I'm now running 1410, which is trusty. No, it's U. I don't remember what it's called. But anyway, I'm running 1410, and it seems to be nice. And actually, certain things that had felt laggy are running a little faster. I haven't tried to play any of the games in it yet, but hopefully it should be just fine. The audio processing problems that we're having, I talked about in the quick audio update. So if you haven't watched that yet, go ahead and check it out. It's just from the Pond update 1A. I think I called it, or maybe 1.1. Probably 1A, because I think 1.1 looked bad on the thumbnail. So check that out, and it'll explain what was going on, but that's all been fixed, so that's good. So a couple of observations from the first week. What surprises me probably more than anything is that the videos that have garnered the most views are the GeoGuessr videos, which is good, actually. I was worried about those the most. I know that Factorio is in an alpha release, so the community for that is intense but not large. So it's not even on Steam yet. So it's understandable that maybe the Factorio videos wouldn't be as watched yet. And it's also a slower build. The first few videos are really slow. I'm being attacked. Hi. Yes. Do you like sitting up there? Just be quiet. Okay. That's Chance. He's a bit of a mountain goat. So I knew Factorial wouldn't be too huge. And then EU4 is Grand Strategy, right? So either you like it or you don't. And if the people that like Grand Strategy haven't found my channel yet, well, then it's going to get fewer views. I get that. I understand that. I thought GeoGuessr was not going to have many views either, but it turns out that all of you people out there are geography people like myself and enjoy it. So this week I've had some really interesting GeoGuessr runs. Hopefully that you'll enjoy them. They've been taking a little bit longer than I'd like. I think GeoGuessr 11 is actually 35 minutes or something like that, but I really try and, I want them to be shorter than not. But at the same time, I mean, if you're enjoying them, keep on liking and letting me know. GeoGuessr 9 is actually a challenge from Baitalon, or Baitalon maybe, Baitalon, who suggested it and gave me the link, and so I tried it, and it was really cool. Definitely, send me GeoGuessr challenges. I'll play them. I don't know how it's going to work with the new challenge system, but that was a retro challenge, so who knows? I mean, we'll find out. But there's definitely more GeoGuessr coming along. One, because they're fun. And like I said in some of the videos for GeoGuessr, it's relaxing to play. Come home from work after a stressful day and just relax, play a little GeoGuessr, and there it is. I also, had some suggestions from, and I can't remember the name offhand, which I'm really sorry about Brazilian roads, which is really good. I got to get better about that, about remembering names, or at least writing them down before I do these videos. So I apologize, but thank you for the help with the Brazilian roads. It's already been fun when my wife and I will play together sometimes, and it has helped us out there already. So cool to that. Thumbs up. This is me giving thumbs up. And so, we'll go from there. Russia, we're doing the Russian thing. That's going to continue. Factorial is definitely going to go until I have trains beyond trains beyond trains. And then GeoGuessr. So for now, that seems to be the content, and the only change will be on Thursday mornings for the Throwback Thursday. So like I said, the second one's going to be Wolfenstein. I'm open to more classics. Let me know if you have a certain classic game that you'd like me to play. Keeping in mind, of course, that it may take me some time, because I do want to make sure I have permissions from the publishers to both record and show this gameplay, and then also to monetize it, because I am monetizing my videos, as you've seen. I'm not trying to make a ton of money here, but hopefully enough to upgrade the computer or put some big things into the channel. Basically, any money that I make off the channel is going to go right back into the channel. I have a full-time job. I'm not trying to do this full-time, so anything here is just kind of a bonus to help the channel out and do what we can do. I like my microphone, but maybe I need a better windscreen. I'm using a Wilson Athletic sock at the moment, so fancy technology. And maybe it's like, just upgrade hardware or something, things like that. So I'm not going to go like squandering off into Cancun and then that's taking all the money. That's not what's happening here. This is just a passion project. If I get no viewers, I'm still going to be here recording this, but I have 4 subscribers already, and they're not all my friends. So that's cool. It means I'm at least meeting some people that find me interesting. So hopefully that continues. I did mention that I'm going to play a little Binding of Isaac while I'm waiting. I may record some Binding of Isaac for the channel. I don't know. I'm kind of torn about that because I'm not great, right? So I don't know if it's worth watching somebody that's not great playing a game. It's not that I want to be like a Roomba and I won't play a game until I'm perfect at it, or at least I think that I'm really good, good enough that to be entertaining. I take more of the Northern Lion Mathis approach, that I can be entertaining if I'm not good. But at the same time, the Binding of Isaac community is so intense sometimes that I don't know if I want to dip my toe in and be just horrible, right? I'm not horrible. I mean, I'm playing on hard mode and I'm doing okay, but it's not like I found everything. And then I'm not sure how the save files work because I haven't tried playing it yet on my Linux machine, but I think that I can't use that save file from Windows. So I'm going to be starting over, which could be fun and could be not fun. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. Let me know. Let me know what you think. Because I am committed to Steam on Linux. I'm committed to Linux in general. I think it's a great platform. It does have much potential for gaming and editing and videos and music and everything. It's great, and people need to know about it, and I'm committed to it. So I'm going to stick with Linux gaming. That's again why I'm not playing Banished, which hurts so much, but He is working on it, and as soon as he gets the Linux version ready, I'm going to be all over it. I tell you right now, I'm going to be playing it. Some other ideas, I do own Don't Starve and Don't Starve Together, so I'm talking to some of my friends to see if maybe they would be interested in playing. None of them have YouTube channels, so it's not like you necessarily get to see a video from their perspective, but it would be more than just me sitting around. So I don't know. That's a possibility. I'm up for it. I like collaborations. When I was I'm still a composer, but when I was composing more frequently, I'd love collaborating is how you really get the juices flowing. It's just it's a fun thing to do. So I'm looking into collaborations, and then I'm open to anything else. If you guys find some sort of video that would fit the kind of theme that I've got going here of simulation and grand strategy and those types of things, I'm all for it. I have considered OpenTTD. Don't worry about that. That's definitely in the back of my mind. I like trains, right? And I like building systems and things like that. So that's definitely possible. City Skylines is another one that's a possibility. Anything like that, anything from Paradox is easy game because they're so good to the YouTubers that, of course, I'd be happy to do that. And, they've never done anything for me and I don't expect them to, right? I love it. Like, I'm not going to play something I don't like. What's the point? You don't want to hear me playing a bad game. Just being sick the past week recording videos, you're going to tell that I wasn't as into it as I could be. And that's, that wasn't as fun for me, and it probably isn't as fun for you to listen to. But now that I'm feeling healthy again, I'm rip-ready and ready to go. So I'm going to play a ton of games that I like. I think Don't Starve is really fun. If I can get some friends to play it together, definitely do it. I think Hoey 3 is certainly interesting, especially with Hoey 4 coming out. I've got some friends that like playing that. Maybe I'll do some of that. I don't know. But right now, these are the three. As we've seen, I don't think I can try and do more than that. More than that on my limited schedule is too much. I like to spend about 20 hours a week. I'm okay with that. Essentially having a 60-hour work week. That's fine by me because a lot of playing the game is playing the game. Like when I'm playing the game and commentating, it's not work. It doesn't really become work until I'm fighting with editors and making sure to get things working and upgrading software and all of that stuff. That's work. But the recording the videos, interacting with comments, I have a G Plus page. I haven't really used it yet. I'll get on that. I'm going to revive my Twitter account. I'm going to start tweeting a little bit about games and whatever just strikes my fancy. I'll put it on my phone so when I'm at work and on break and bored, I can tweet some things about whatever. And I really like that aspect of it. So, thank you for listening to all this. Thank you for being part of the community. And it's really fun. And hopefully we can keep building and just hit the ground rolling. And now that I've upgraded to some latest versions, maybe the tech problems won't be quite so severe. So thank you for watching. Click like if you like updates. I mean, it's basically watch a spreadsheet for 20 minutes while I ramble about the channel. But, there it is. And it's important, I feel, that what I'm thinking about. And so that I'm not just, flying by the seat of my pants. I am actually planning things out for the channel. Now, the commentary on some videos, I'm flying by the seat of my pants, but that's okay. It's, whatever comes up, you got to be flexible. So thanks again for listening. There was Chance agreeing with me. So thanks again for listening. Do click the like if you enjoyed it. If not, it's all right. It's an update video. And do consider to subscribe to the channel, though, so you can stay updated. And I won't spam your news feed any more than 4 times a day at the moment. And if you want more than that, well, we'll just have to wait for the future. So thank you so much. Until next time. Cheers.